How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome to another Hydroneer 2.0 video, and today we're going to be exploring... Oh, wrong teleport. Give me a sec. So, like I was saying, welcome. This is another 2.0 Hydroneer video, and today we're going to be exploring a couple of new mods. Now, I'm in creative mode, which means I can pick these up, and it doesn't matter because I'm basically shoplifting at this point, so it's all good. But the mods we're going to be exploring are made by our community manager, our high saviour of the Hydroneer Discord, Itchy Beard. So yeah, this is the mod. Well, two of these. You got a table saw and you've got a storage crate. This one, not so much a game changer, but still pretty handy. This one, massive game changer. We're getting into this right now. Okay, so you're probably wondering why the significance. Why are these such a big thing in the game? Well, the table saw used to be a mod when Helios was around. He made this thing called the table saw and it ran on water, and basically you were able to divide up your bars how you liked them, but unfortunately early days and the joys of life, I suppose. There we go. So basically you put your bar in this little thing here, and then you're able to cut it in half, thirds or quarters, or you choose the exact amount you want it to do. So if I want to click half, then I get two versions of the bar. If I want to cut this one into quarters, then I get that, yep, in thirds, and then we'll put this one into quarters, and there we go. We've got lots and lots of menus. So if you want to divide it into, if you want to divide your bar, let's just grab another one because I've got a few of these around now. So pop this one in it, and if we want to divide this into, let's say, a 200 bar, we push the button, and there we go. We get a 200 bar. Right, this basically just helps you if you want to make specific size jewelry and so on and so forth. The best part about this is that the table saw itself doesn't just work on bars, it works on ore as well. So I can put my ruby in here and I can put that into thirds and I can get myself 3 rubies, and this will help anybody make the things they want to do. So if you want to make like lots of ruby jewelry, or if you want to make something else, then it's all good. Another thing that it does do, and I haven't got any on me, unfortunately, but if you take a piece of ore, you can put it in the table saw and cut that ore down as well. So the table saw has its functions. Now, why is this such a big thing? If you combine it with using this, which is the storage crate, now means that you can make really big stuff really small. So the storage crate, this is basically infinite. If you're playing in creative mode, you can push this little red button, and that means you can get an infinite, which means if I was to put my Cloutium bar in here, for instance, then it's all good. And I can push my Cloutium bar, and as you can see, it weighs 1,000 pounds. So in creative mode, all you only need like a small amount of something, and it will keep giving you an infinite amount of whatever. Now, that is because this is creative mode. So if you don't want it, what you do is you unclick this button. So it means you're toggling the infinite. And then if I click this button again, I get my Cloutium bar, which is £126. So at this precise moment in time, it's really good for piling in elements. And what I mean by this is you can just keep putting the same thing over and over again in. So this basically just means that the storage crate can hold everything. So this is from switches to cables to conveyor belts to everything. This thing will basically act as a hoover and stick it. Obviously, one item per storage. So if you're going to put like straight belts in, you can put the straight belts in. The best part about these is you can whack them on the back of your, where's my truck, and I will demonstrate. When you've got enough stuff, you can basically move your whole plot around in the back of your truck with these. And it's just so handy to have. But that's not the best part about these. Now, to put this into perspective, when it comes to like making a build or making bits and pieces, you are sitting there just going, oh, now I've got to smelt this, and I've got to do that, and I've got to do this. And it does get a little bit like mind-numbingly boring sometimes. That's just depending on who you are. So what you can do, and I've set this up that I can actually just remove this off here, pop this on here, and then take my storage container, and then I can put this at the end of a belt. So turn my water off, it's all good. Now, as you can see, we got 4.1 pounds of iron ore, so that's all good. Now, if you're in creative mode and you want an infinite supply, you can just push this button and you get a 1,000 pound ore up front. All good. So, yeah, transferring from that to creative, all good in my book. But let's turn this off and be a bit fair, shall we? 4.1 pounds worth of iron. I can actually put this on my table saw. So it actually goes down one more extra decimal point, so it's 4.112, which is actually not bad. But then what you can do is you can turn this into thirds, and you can have your little ores and so on and so forth. So what this basically means is that your one ore, we've got our 100 pound iron ore. Okay, this is just for demo purposes, don't worry. So we're going to push this and go, well, you know, I mean, if I need to make a sword, but all I've got is this and a smelter. Okay, so what I need to do is, if I go over to my thing, I can pop this in here, and then I can demolish that. I can click it into thirds. So we've split our 100 pound bar into 33 pound bars, or 33.33333, and now we need to turn this into a sword. Now all you need is obviously a smelter. You can basically, you could even use a crucible and a mold at this point, and basically make 3 bars and make your sword, and everything's all good. So that is why both of these mods, I would say, work in really well conjunction with each other. They work brilliantly. This is a game changer for anybody who wants like just to compact everything down into one thing. If you're making a massive build, then you can go to the shop, put one of the, actually, we'll go and test that now. So this is the one downside. You can't quite use it as this. Oh no, what a shame. But what you can do with this, okay, so this is my crate that we bought. Out there is Itchy's container. So I'm going to take this. Going to up this to 20. The one plus side to having like the actual thing is that you can put a storage crate inside of a container. The downside is that, as I've just found out, you can't put a storage crate full of pipes in the container, which is a bit smeggy. But on the plus side, what you can do is you can just take this out and you could just keep putting them in over and over again. So it's good for bulk buying. So why do these two matter? Well, they're quality of life mods more than anything. The table saw, I mean, at the end of the day, these are for people who want to experiment with specific sizes of weights, or if you're looking to cut down gems so you can make like 3 ruby. So the main problem is like when it comes to compressing your gems, you only get one big gem, right? But if you like the blue jewelry and you only want to sell blue jewelry, or you want a collection of everything but you want like different versions, you can cut that sapphire into 2 pieces and make a necklace and a ring out of it. When it comes to your ores and your bars you have to use for certain things. So the way that I would smelt things would be to put a furnace underneath a block and then have like a fire, an open fire, so I can smelt my blocks up so they're all hot, and I can do that with the table saw, making smaller blocks and actually doing it evenly instead of having like screw width amounts with the saw. And that's the plus side. Like when it comes to making a saw, when you're sawing a block in half, you get half. Then you have to be able to saw the other half in half again. But then your one bar is going to be bigger than the other. So let's put this into perspective. If I wanted to cut this bar of Cloutium into 3, I have to cut it into 2. I have to cut it into 2 pieces, and then only one of them is going to be the other size. So one bar is going to be bigger than the other 2. The plus side to having the table saw is that if I put a bar down and then cut it into thirds, then I've got 3 bars of Cloutium, all the same size. And that would be the same for, you know, obviously iron and gold. So if you wanted 2 bars of gold, using the saw is not too bad. But if you wanted everything to be like the same size, then you would use the table saw to get an exact measurement. That's the reason for it. And the storage container, it's just, that's a game changer. When it comes to, if I was going to break down this entire plot, I would literally take this, and I would take every single shard bar out of all of this stuff and I'd put them all into here. And then I'd take all the pipes and put them into another one. And then put all the elbows and put them into another one. And I could condense my entire plot of land down to like 5 containers. That's why this is a massive game changer. For anybody who has like big plots of land, or you're just going to do like a lot of like sort of like little experiments here and there, this storage container is, I would say, probably one of the best mods that's going to hit the market. And that goes with some of the other stuff that I've already like done. I will make at some point when like there's loads of mods out and I'll sort of I've gone through them all, I want to pick my top 5. This is definitely going to be in the top 5 because this alone makes all of this so much easier to deal with. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on the channel. Until then, I want to say thank you very much for kicking by. Peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, And if you do want to watch another video, it's over there. Boom! Fist bump to you.